Hi viewer, you're welcome to another episode of the program Our Society Today on Melodious TV. And this morning we'll be discussing the topic School and Scam. And seated with me in the studio is Miss Chidima Aleke, final year student of the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. And Miss Chidima, talking about Nsukka, this flood ravaging the society today, hope it not affect Nsukka.
Not at all. Not at all, sir.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me here, sir.
Also with me from my far right is Mrs. Faith Richard. Mrs. Faith Richard is the CEO of Paradise TV, aka No Film No Life. Mrs. Faith, you're welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
And also with me, sitting beside me, is the rector of one of the famous film schools in Nigeria. Talking of the Film and Broadcast Academy, Faba Ozoro, Mr. Peter Red Eju. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me on this program.
Okay, before we dive into this discussion, let's go on a short break. Be right back. Welcome back. Talking of scam. Ms. Chidima, what's your take? What is scam? What do you understand by the word scam?
Okay, from my own understanding, scam is a dishonest means, a dishonest way, an illegal act whereby individuals tend to extort money from people, either money, valuables, or whatsoever. So a dishonest way of doing that.
It's okay. Now, my rector, sir. No, as an academician, someone that owns a school, and now we are saying school, we have heard it from so many people, school and scam, school and scam. How true is that statement, sir?
Well, that is the latest craze. Yeah, that's on now. But I think it's a very wrong perception. Because scam is, can we just define scam as something that it's not real, but being perceived as real, or being portrayed as real, something that is not real, but they are portrayed as real. So that's what they mean. They are saying that school is not real, but we know that school is real.
Okay.
You understand? Something that is good, but we are portraying as if it's not good. That is scam.
Okay.
So, having said that, I want to say that school is not a scam and can never be a scam. Thank you.
All right, that my record just says school can never be scammed. Let me go to Mrs. Faith. Looking at the society today, a lot of students have said government are only building school to extort money from them. What's your stake on this topic, that government are only building schools just to extort money because government are not creating jobs for them? So that's why they are saying school and scam. What's your own view of it?
Well, I think that's a total lie.
Okay.
Because they say one good turn deserve another. The money you pay as a student, as in, it's the same money that the government are using to provide the equipment we use for learning. So
Okay.
I think that's what, as in, it's not true.
Okay, Mrs. Richard just said the input, as in the money we give to, we pay as fees, will be converted to be used to converted to the money they use to buy equipment for us. All right, let me go to Miss Chidima. She just said that's what they use to buy equipment for us. You are a student of the University of Nigeria. Is it true that the fees you pay and the equipment you are seeing in school, can you balance it? The money you pay, is it up to the equipment you are seeing, or is less?
If it's up to or if it's less.
Yes, the equipment.
I I will not really say it is because we have different faculties, different departments, there are different wantings and all of those things. So I cannot really go and start surveying if this particular amount that they pay, that's the equipment or the resources that are available. I cannot really say generally except I have to do that statistic, which I don't think I'm in the right place to do that. So I cannot really say if it's equating to that. I can't really say for that.
Okay. Sam, what's the difference between school and education?
Well, the dictionary definition of school is a place where academic studies take place, an environment where teaching and learning takes place.
Okay.
That's the school. Where people acquire knowledge, that's the school. Anywhere that they are teaching and learning, there's a process, there's this process of teaching and learning. It's referred to a school. Everywhere, every gathering, every space, every institution, every house, every compound that people gather to learn, to be taught and learn, acquire knowledge is a school.
So what about education?
Now for education, when you go to school, you are supposed to acquire something, acquire a knowledge, acquire a skill. Now lead us to intelligence and knowledge.
Okay, sir.
That level of intelligence, that process of acquiring this intelligence and knowledge is education.
Okay.
The process we should go through to acquire this knowledge and skill, that process is called education. So because your level of perception of things has changed, that's why you are educated. In that sphere of life, you are educated now, but you now know more of what it entails in that profession or that field. So that's the education.
Wow, that's wonderful. Now, Mrs. Faith, what is the hope of our young ones towards school, and how can we encourage the young ones to go to school?
Well, I think that is for the parents, that should go to the parents and the society.
Okay.
We should learn to encourage the young ones and the tender ones. We should support them financially and mentally when it comes to education.
Okay. All right, Miss Shidima. Yeah. There was a day I went to a primary school, and while I was in the school, I met some little children. They took a piece of paper and they started throwing it. They were throwing paper and they were shouting, "School has come, school has come." And I asked them, "Why are you saying school is scam?" I said, "Bros, everybody now, instead of me to go to school, bros, I will go to Yahoo. Yahoo they pay past school. Yahoo they pay past school." I don't know how you can, being a student, how you can really put this straight to the children and see how you can, what is this, this ideology of Yahoo and school. Can you just say something about it?
Okay, so I started hearing this school as scam from, higher institution, not from primary school, during my own time.
Okay.
But then I tried as much as possible to look into this and to find out why are they actually saying school as scam. Now, 80 to 90% of individuals in society, in our country or whatsoever, they believe that when you are done with school, then there is an already waiting job for you. That's their perception.
Okay.
So when they don't get this job, this waiting job that they have, when I'm done with school, I get to graduate, I get my certificate, and then I'll make use of it to get a job. When they don't get it, they feel like, what's the essence of me going to school? Now, there's something they fail to understand, that learning is a process, and that school does not automatically give you everything you so require. You as an individual, you have a role to play. I'm a student, but then I get to do a lot of things. I have skills. So you don't just go to school, they will not give you everything. They lay the foundation, they give you the basis. Then you help yourself by venturing into other things like skills to help yourself. They cannot give you everything. So you have a part to play. So that's what they fail to understand. That they just feel like the school should give you everything you want, which is not so. The school will not give you a curriculum that will suit everybody. It's not possible. We have thousands of people in school. So you don't expect them to start, okay, this individual, this is what you like. No, it's not like that. So they try to find what are the bases, what are the foundation can we actually lay so that these students can from there pick up and help themselves? So school will not automatically make you rich. You have a role to play by having skills to help yourself. So you see, that's the perception that students don't have because they feel like the school will be what we actually set them from.
In addition to what Ms. Chidima just said, I think the students out there should work on themselves because you don't expect any organization to just employ anybody maybe after school when you know you cannot defend yourself, you cannot defend your results, because there are many graduates out there, they can't even pronounce their own name, they cannot pronounce it, they can't read, they can't spell. I wonder why, how you want the government to employ such individuals. So my advice to them is that they should work on themselves before thinking of getting a job or anything.
Yeah, sorry, I want to add something as well.
Okay.
You know, now the students will be like, because I mentioned something about schooling and then getting the basic skills yourself. And the will be like, how will I now have the money to do all of this? They have data. In my school now, we pay for internet services, it's there for you. So they have different spots where they make use of that. But instead of using that data for something very significant, they start downloading films to watch. So why not make use of that data and learning those basic skills instead of doing, you can learn graphics. I've learned a lot from my phone using data. All I have is just have a data and then be learning what you want. So you have the skills, then you have your certificate, and that's a good match.
Anyway, the Chidima and lady here have spoken a lot about the school and everything. But I want to look at this from a very different perspective, different angle. School na scam. That word originated because of societal perception about wealth.
That's true.
You understand? In our days, when we were younger, you understand? Education was the only thing we know. Basically, that you have to go to school
To make it.
get good grades, then get good job. In our days, before I finished in 1973,
Wow.
school certificate.
Wow.
We are the first set of students in Nigeria that wrote June exam.
Wow.
Before that, wife was being written in every December. But we are the first set to write June exam. You understand? And when I finished my school, the following month I had a job.
Wow.
Wow.
You understand?
Awesome.
So it was like that. But things have changed. Things have changed over time. That privileges, that opportunity are no longer there. You understand?
Yeah.
So now society don't even look at that. What they look at that, my pikin don't make money, and my father, you don't ask what did my son do? What job is he doing to get all this money? Those social values have dropped. So this school scam is basically from the perception that you can make money anyhow. As long as you make money, society recognizes you. That's how this scam thing came about. If not, the normal way of living and making wealth is through education. You go to school, get good grades, get a job, and you are there.
All right.
Now that now that there are no job, like my sister said, you need to develop yourself and create a job for yourself. How many students are coming from the university every year?
A lot.
Millions are coming out. So why government cannot provide job for everybody? Are you hearing me? And so that's why this thing is coming. School has scam because those who are there have not gotten job, like she said. They have not gotten job. You are going. Why should you go in now when there's no job? So that is why this perspective of people has to go and do funny things, and they go away with it. And we, the parents, will clap hand for them. My son is rich, but you don't know the source of wealth. So these are basically the due process. You understand?
And sir, do you know that most of these scammers, as in the fraudsters, when you talk about skills, they take fraud as their own skill. When you are telling them about handwork and the rest, they will say, stop it. I have my own handwork, which is the fraud.
Which is fraud.
Yes.
Wow. Hey,
That's nice.
you see, it's not. So let me come to you again. You just said in your time that as soon as you finish your exam or as soon as you finish from school, you got a job. And now it's no more like that. So what is your own advice to the government pertaining this issue?
Fine. Now, I always want to refer to Chidima.
Yes.
Her example was is basic. The government, I think, they are now aware of this problem.
Okay.
That's why you are seeing Empower.
Okay.
Empower thing is a government process where people have graduated are given a window to acquire others, even with your BSc, they give you other windows, okay, go and have a skill, because they cannot provide job for everybody.
Okay.
You understand? That's why you have this Empower thing, a skill acquisition. If people finish, go open a skill acquisition for people to go and then go and learn skill, learn this. Even with your MSc, BSc, you still go and learn skill. Because government cannot provide job for everybody. It's not possible. You understand? So these are what government is doing. Government is aware of it. And you can see that even at that, like FABA is a special polytechnic. You understand? It's because they cannot. FABA is a polytechnic that is 80% practical. That's skill, 80% practical. So that when you leave school like that, you don't go and look for work. Those skills you acquire, you use them for a living, empower people, and then be a job creator.
Okay.
There are government polytechnics that are running programs like that. Basically skills, that are related to HND, BSc. They are just skilled institutions. So government is aware of this no job issue. So that if you acquire skills there, then you can now take care of through your profession. You can now make a living and be a job creator, employ people. You understand? So government is very aware of it.
But sir, I've also had a lot of people say, you talk of empowerment. They've all had a lot complaining that politicians have hijacked this process of empowerment. That if you don't know any politician that shortlists your name, you cannot get access to this empowerment. So what can you say about that, sir?
Well, so moderator, there are a lot of it's all over the place.
Okay.
We are all human beings. There are some people are there with good intention, that there are people there who are with fraudulent intention. Okay. You understand? But I think government has a good intention. Government has good intentions. It's just that people operating the system are fraudulent. If not, like with the student there, if you are really interested in what government is training you for, or the empowerment, you follow it up. But most of the students, most of them, when they give them empowerment, they go and sell those products, use the money for that thing. So the government gets frustrated in the process. Like she's a CEO of the television or
Paradise TV.
Paradise TV. Now she has acquired the skill. You understand? She has the skill now. If you don't take that skill seriously, when she was acquired, either through government or anything, she won't be what she is now. She won't be a CEO. But because she told people, you understand? This is what government should do, and this is what government intends to do. But some of us, if they give her a camera and now she can't sell the camera because she's not a professional in that field, and use the money to marry wife or marry husband. You understand? So that's what will happen.
Alright, viewers, we'll be going on break. When we come back, we'll be concluding this program. Thank you. Welcome back, still on the program Our Society Today, and we're still looking at the topic School na Scam. And before the conclusion part of it, Ms. Chidima, what's your advice to the youths?
Okay, so my advice to the youths, from what we've just discussed, the ideas we're able to talk about, my advice is that go to school.
Okay.
From all of this we just said, you have to go to school. Like, you have no choice, you just have to go to school if you really want to have a quality life, because it's in the school that you are being imparted, that the basics, the foundations, they are being laid. So you just have to go, because school is not scam. So while you are getting the basics, while you are getting the foundation, you do other things, you learn basic skills, because as we are going, new things are coming up each year. And the 21st century that we are right now, you have to have a skill. Because just like what Daddy said, he said when you are done, like during their own time, the certificate was required to get that job. But now things are changing, so you change along with the skills. And another thing is that, what I would tell the youth is that they should try as much as possible to trust the process. Words that are gotten overnight does not last. So how about just trust the process, be consistent, be hardworking. Trust me, you're good to go.
Oh, that's great. Words gotten overnight does not last. Talking about that, Mrs. Faith, What's your advice to the society?
Well, I will say to them that school can never be a scam. Because even this fraud of a thing, you need education. So to be able to cope, to be able to do it well, you need education. Even the farmers, they need education. Because without education, you cannot sell your product in the market like the marketers. So school can never be a scam.
Wow. School can never be a scam. My rector, sir.
Well, they have said it all, but like I started with, school is not a scam and can never be a scam. The truth is this: those who are into this Yahoo, whatever thing they are doing, they should know that these things don't last. They don't last. Like my sister said, what got in overnight cannot last. Because you didn't plan for it, you didn't labor for it. It will go easy come, easy go. That is what it is. And so my advice is that parents should always be conscious of how their children make their money, where they get their money from, the type of work they do, so that they will not put the parents in problem eventually. Because if they arrest your child now for fraud, it is you that will start running around.
That's true.
It's you that have problem. The family name has been brought into disrepute. So why do we? So parents, my advice to the parents, they should guide their children. They should monitor their children's activities, how they make money, what they do for a living. Parents should monitor that thing, and also they should encourage their students to go to school, to learn skill, to acquire skill. Because even as a farmer, you need education to be able to plant quality seeds. As a mechanic, you need to know the name of the instrument you are using. That's education.
Yes.
So I don't see, even the Yahoo boy, you need to know what type of engine oil to put in your motor. You need to know what type of steering you are turning. So you need education. You cannot just grow up and say, look, forget about school. You become dangerous to society. Yes, you become a threat to society because you don't know your left from your right.
It's true.
So education is basically very important, and we, the children, the youth should pursue it all vigor, as if their life depends on it. Actually, their life depends on it. You understand? So this perception that school is a scam, it's a misconception from some type of people who have only given up in life. Those who are giving up in life, those are who have this perception that because you need to know everything about life, society, education, knowledge. Thank you very much.
Thank you all. Thank you, Mrs. Faith. Thank you, my rector. Chidima, thank you for joining us. It was a wonderful time with you, and I would love to bring you back to this station some other time.
That'll be awesome. Thank you very much.
God bless you.
Thank you.
And to Mrs. Faith, oh wow, it was really wow with you.
Thank you.
I'll be glad to bring you back some other time.
I will be very happy to be here.
Yeah. And to my amiable rector, the rector of the Film and Broadcast Academy, sir, it was nice having you. God bless you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here, and we're always there, anytime. Thank you very much.
I want to say thank you to my producer, Mr. Melody, and my director, Mr. Stanley, the CEO of Rose Square Media Consent, and also Mr. Lord Rowe, the CEO of Motion Ray Studio. And to my very wonderful viewer out there, God bless you. So we will see you next time on Melodio TV. I am Nathan Lee signing out. Bye.